All right, let's wrap up chapter 7 here, 7.5, exponential and logarithmic equations. We want to solve them, okay? How do you solve both? Well, we're going to use everything that we've talked about so far, okay? Big thing you want to remember is this. Remember the log base b of y equals x is the same as y equals b to the x. That b is that b. That y is that y. That x is that x. Remember, we're finding the exponent when we use the log. So just looking at how we've been solving these, okay? I look at those two there. They're both exponentials, okay? You could transfer it to the log. We could also look at it and say, you know what? Those are both base 2's. So we're in the exponential. I can write them as base 2's. This is 2 to the 4th power raised to the 3x. This is 2 to the 3rd power. That's the same as 2 to the 12x. 4 times 3x is 12x equals 2 to the 3. And then step 3, set your 12x equal to 3. 3 divided by 12 is 1/4. There's my x. Okay, so I solve for x that way. You could write it in logarithmic form. Change the base order, but I think this is a lot easier right here just doing this. Okay? Because I could write them in common, with a common base. When I look at this one, I can't write it as a common base. Okay? So I'm going to change this to a log. Okay, up here I had a common base. So, there isn't anything that I know that goes into 15, so I'm going to rewrite this as the log. This is log base 15 of 285 equals 3x. Okay? So, you look at some of that and you're like, how in the world am I going to do that? Well, I can do change of base right here. Right? I can look at this and I can write this as log of 285 over the log of 15 equals 3x. Okay? Whatever that ends up being, set it equal to 3x and divide the 3 out, and you got your x. Okay? I got my book over here. Here, let me just grab it. All right, when you figure that out, the book does it like this. Change of base is one way to do it. Okay, you can do it with your calculator. The book also comes over here and says that you could take that. No, I take that back. I'm not going to do it that way. I think that'll just confuse you. Let's just go ahead and do this right here. Take your calculator. It's already in base 10, so I'm going to take the log of 285. And that's going to give me 2.4548. I'll just round it off there. Log of 15 is 1.176. Okay, so if you were to divide those, let's take the log, clear that. Take 2.455 and you divide it by 1.176. You get 2.088, and then just divide the 3 out. And you get x equal to 0.696 if I carry it out 3 places like the rest of them. Okay? So not really hard. Just take your calculator and put it in change of base. You can do this on the calculator and divide the 3 out. Okay? Pretty straightforward, really. Don't let the fact that there's a log there throw you off. Okay? Now, what if we got log? Okay, how are we going to solve this? Okay, well, we like to put them in the exponential form, right? This is base 10 right here. So I'm going to get 10 squared equals my y, 4x minus 3. I get 100 here. Add the 3 over. Divide the 4 out. 103 divided by 4 equals my x. And that's what, 25.75? Okay, that's what that would equal. Here, I want to combine first. So I'm going to get log, and this is base 10 here, okay? We're adding, so I'm going to multiply those two. Right? Then I can write 10 to the first power, which is just 10, equals x times x minus 3. Distribute that, I'm going to get x squared minus 3x, and if I minus the 10 over, because I got to set it equal to 0, I got a quadratic, all right? I'm going to get a plus minus here. 2 times 5 is 10, 5 minus 3, or check that, 2 minus 5 gives me negative 3. So I want the 2 here and the 5 here. So x would equal negative 2, or x would equal 5. Okay? So, kind of throwing some things together there of what we've been doing. Solving exponentials isn't that big a deal for us. We've done it. You're all capable of doing that. So we got a log. We changed it into exponential. We had an exponential. If I could find a common base on each side, I wrote it like that. Otherwise, I took it and I changed it into a log. And then I did, because I had all numbers there, I was able to change the base. You know, you don't want to do change a base here because you don't know what x is. That's what you're trying to find. So that wraps up chapter 7. We'll look at examples of this, and then we'll get into the review and take the test. All right, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Bye.